Hi Pisces, if you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot in color. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak. We'll scry your ink. We'll add on tarot and oracle, and the spirit box is already rocking and rolling for you for any audio additions. Pisces, as always, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I'm going to take a moment here if you'd like to join me to close the eyes, cleansing the palate, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. We're here for Pisces. I'm seeing somebody working away, or an energy working away. I feel like I'm in the trunk of a being, trunk of myself, this side or the other, like tree trunk. And you know when people have the ability to make wood carpentry, carpentry, so that pieces fit and you don't have to use nails or screws or anything like that. This is what that feels like puzzle pieces are coming together. But it feels very stable being in like a wood element. There's like a bearded man. Yeah, long white beard. Is this symbolic wisdom? Maybe it's your wisdom, Pisces, or there is a wise one around you, like an elder. Somebody, if I'm being very honest, I hear to listen to. There's somebody. Okay, I'm going to land in here that they're from spirit, but they could actually be absolutely in a spirit incarnate. But this wise white bearded man, and it's quite significantly long, is carving things into your puzzle pieces. Almost like I can see sigils coming together. He comes in on a horse. I'm moving up and down. Because it's like there's a few projects happening at the same time. Okay, it might be inside the body right now. It's a general message, but take it as it resonates or release it. Interesting. Okay, I'm inside the body and it's like, I don't know if there's something in the Pisces aura or some of you specifically, or this could be broadening way, way out to the collective energy of all that is. So, wherever that macro to micro resonance is, yes. Something about,
what do you mean?
Like, tuning something, rubber duckies, the lungs. It's a totem within the trunk of my being. But I can see and I see like a crab, so it might be like Cancer. They're different animals. Maybe somebody is working with a lot of spirit animals, or you're working with spirit of animals to help, because they seem to be very either in different landscapes than Pisces as the fish would be. So there's some sort of communication going on. What is this? I'm seeing like a bucking bronco. Sorry, that was a really weird message. If anyone's doing healing, yeah, there's another duck, a loon. So poking into portals just came through. Poking into portals. Healing. If you're healing different parts, like possibly bringing in or working with certain animals that hold a strength somewhere that you can resonate with, if there's any sort of your body. Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave that there. But that feels wise and intelligent in working with the animal realm to help any sort of healing. Again, whether that's micro to macro.
Virgo.
Could be another earth energy as well. I'm moving up And I'm seeing, I think it's a bucking bronco if I said that. Okay, it's a bucking bronco, like, but it's a horse one. Yeah. So is a bucking bronco a horse? Okay. I don't need to. Yeah. This bucking bronco horse is a seahorse.
Do not.
Yeah, do not get all constipated, Steph. I say that so much to myself. I'm also seeing a reindeer. This reindeer is very fuchsia in color to violet. It's asking me to look down like I'm seeing arrows. Creative stakes. This creative stake. Okay, it's being kicked by. Do cows kick with their back hind legs like I know horses do? No, it's adding leverage. It's adding leverage. Something creative. Okay, so I'm in the sacral chakra. Could be sexuality, creative ways to express or internally release things through a creative expression. I'm seeing somebody with clay specifically. Again, or maybe like woodworking or carpentry, like there's something that I'm doing with a tangible thing. Somebody might also be in taxidermy, quite specifically. Okay, but it's giving me leverage. It's giving me a wise leverage. Leverage, I don't know. It's not leverage in like a ladder. It's just like angling me. It's making something else easier. It's by doing this makes that easier, but I don't necessarily know that I connect those dots like the puzzle pieces. It's, these fit, or the sigils of the spine, these spirit animals, like they might not look like they fit, but when you stack them like a totem, you're like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. It fits. It makes sense. That's how it feels like. I understand that's completely obscure, but it's abstract and it's where we are as astronauts. I don't know if it's within or without. Again, micro, macro. Pisces, you're in this almost like water. When I keep saying micro, macro, it feels like water, and I'm moving water. Some green with envy.
Inmate.
If it's you, them, or like you're working with envy of like, no, that's back to you. And somebody might be trying to send something to you, and you're like, no, back to you. Back to you, Bob. Somebody also might be like a news reporter or something like that. You say inmate because I feel like there's some sort of right in here. Sorry, this is where I'm at. See if I can share this. It's right in here. I'm saying like those green with envy, and there's the leverage. And the creative leverage is like staked into something where I don't know the term, so forgive me, but it's like if you were to put a plug into something and then the bottom of it spikes out. So when you pull it, like if you're in the old shows like Batman or people climbing buildings and they shoot something up and then it goes poof, and then it really tacks on. That's a horrible way. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. That's what that thing feels like. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's micro or macro. That's not my concern. Resonate or release freely. I don't know if somebody's, because of their envy for you, around you, or they try to project it towards you, like imprisons you in a way that feels like I can't move forward. And I feel like that's the creative leverage. And it might be somebody like an inmate that you're mates with long time, or you've been through some stuff together and maybe you're ready to move on or they're ready to move on. Again, I'm not sure which way it goes. And it's like, well, no, you can't, because, we went through this together and there's no way we can forgive. And you're like, I'm ready to move on though. That's what that kind of feels like. I'm seeing stilts where one stilt is broken. So there may be a connection that is starting to dissipate. And if I'm being honest, it feels healthy, but that's not to dismiss that there might be some heartfelt connections with this person, place, or thing, and personal, professional. But it's kind of, somebody has the urge, it's time to go. It's time to move on. If somebody else or you of yourself is not willing in the same way, because with that horse, that seahorse of freedom, like a bucking bronco, with the reindeer, it's like you don't want it to be nasty and kick up dirt, but if need be, you will, and I say this symbolically, you will frequency fight for your freedom. And not being held hostage by what connects a hurt, right? I'm going to add on, sorry, Tarot and Oracle. I got lost right in there because this feels... It feels like I'm ready to move on from someone or something, job, person, yada, yada, yada. But I keep getting these tugs, but the stilts are broken. Because whatever it was only standing that tall because both of you are at the same place at the same time. Or maybe the job, was the right thing at the right time. And now you're ready to move on. Queen of Swords, ready to move on. Queen of Cups, emotionally ready to move on. Medal of the mind and the cup of the feelings. Like things are... What I'm sensing is the Pisces, and I'm seeing the Pisceans being your fish of sorts, both queening up. Medal of the mind, thoughts. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to feel a new way. I'm totally digging this like wizard person in here. I don't know. I feel like they're just helping. Maybe it's a grandfather in spirit or a spirit guide. Maybe it's somebody's father. I can definitely sense that there's absolutely a human like, oh, we're doing this. And I think that came up in your last reading as well when I wandered back to your contrastual blot. And I'm also seeing a pig's nose. 10 of Cups. Somebody might be, if it's not yourself, sniffing out your 10 of Cups. There's that envy, and maybe it's that common ground, like we both went through the same thing. How are you here and how am I there? I don't know, micro, macro. Hopefully you know what I'm kind of, the essence of what I'm trying to express in my own way.
What happened to me?
6 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. I feel there's, when you may speak to this internal version. Oh, external. Okay. This is what came out here. The 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and the Star. If you know me, please follow those cards if they mean anything to you. It's like tend to follow the artistry first and foremost. But this kind of falls in line with what I'm feeling is in the 6 of Pentacles, you're kind of like, well, you give out nuggets of sharing and of hope in something that is relation to what was the same thing. Again, it could be like a job and you're like, yeah, this seemed like the right fit at the time, but people grow, people expand. Anyway, but I do feel like this is in regards to a person, platonic or romantic, to the world, and you like give out these seeds of wisdoms to help. There's some envy there again, because even with this 5 of Cups, I'm getting that sensation of, will come through, envy. Be like, well, my cups are empty. How are your cups full? And they see you as the star. You are the star. Because you've decided like to do that, do some sort of internal work, because I'm seeing hermit style. And you're like, you know what? I don't know if it is actually a gopher or a ferret. Like you went deep in your totem. You went deep. And you did it. Okay.
Is this yours?
Pisces. It's Pisces. Okay, so I'm seeing like, oh my goodness, Pisces, you have animals galore in your ink blot. And I dig it. So I don't know if like I'm seeing a rubber chicken. I'm seeing I think they're like old birds. And one is carrying a long stick and one is carrying a short stick. There might be some sort of comparison happening around here.
Stupid.
Well, that's not a kind word, but it's kind of dumb. Like, but that's how I feel the wisdom, maybe an internal language. Like, this is dumb that you are competing with me if it's external, or I'm competing with the world or with people that do things of the same repertoire, but we do, like, why am I competing? It's making me feel,
Scratch.
yeah, scratch that. Somebody's wised up anyway and recognized this. Sorry, just fixed the arm of my chair. It's like you have a full staff and somebody's coming at you with a half staff. And this is where, like, you might even be a wisdom keeper or really starting to step into that skin, realizing even if the job position, like you've been doing something or in this relationship,
Danger.
and now people come to you for advice, like a guidance counselor, or you might be really knowledgeable in your area of pain or pleasure. And people come to you with like half staffs or half sticks, and you help them grow their own. On the bottom here, we have the unexpected. That's that poking portals things with the ducks. Hunger and the void came through. Something about nighttime is really stepping up right now. And unseen face down, we have here will. Interesting. All about the night and the moon, hunger, the void.
Joseph.
Now, whether or not it's you, Pisces, or within your aura of the people around you or the world that you can perceive, it's like you can feel the inner darkness of hurts and pains and the hunger people feel. What direction the hunger goes in, I'm not sure. But even like through this card, like there's the waxing and the waning. It's like having to decide how to help oneself or them not only learn the tools of the trade, especially from like the carpentry world or clay, to learn the tools of the trade, but actually integrate them individually. It doesn't have to mimic or be the same, to really find your own flow of inspiration to integrate something about this. I get the sense that you've already done this or are doing this. For some reason, this seems either there. I know I'm repeating myself. There's somebody outside of you, something that's jealous. Maybe you got a job promotion and they felt we started at the same time, or we were hired on the same date. You've been in the job or the position less than me. So there's some odd measurement. It's not odd. It's a very linear, logical ladder. You're not working in that ladder. You have a whole different ladder at work here.
I don't know.
And you've been doing stuff in the void where people don't see. Your hunger is driving you, but people don't see it because they want to stay comfortable in the place where it's like complaining about your boss. And then not secretly, but offside, you're doing things to learn what your boss's position and what they have to work with, so you can have conversations with your boss to almost like understand it better, to be like, okay, why are they like this? Maybe I'll dive into the company culture, and the higher up you go, the lower you go, whatever the case may be. And you actually like look into things and you've integrated and expressed them. So they're like, I thought you didn't like them. And you're like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm going to not understand the ceiling that I can break through of my own mind, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, put my emotions aside sometimes and be like, but is this what I want? Then I'm going to have to learn how to communicate to that person. As people come to you, you go to other people. And it becomes, oh, does that make sense? It makes sense. Somewhere it makes sense. Okay, we're getting ready to close out here for Pisces. You're being creative about it. There's a giraffe. You're reaching new heights. I'm also seeing, I think it's a monkey, like Curious George. People are curious and they're tapped into your heart space. Owl medicine, but you're wise to it. You're absolutely wise to it. Something's already been built, and then there's something happening up top, like you're starting another chapter. I'll say chapter. Endeavor experience. Yeah, I'm way more comfortable with that. Closing out messages for Pisces. Trickster, yeah, you got somebody around you, but you're on to their foxy ways. What's down here? Sacred Mountain. This is what you're building, Pisces. Look at that labyrinth, like all the puzzle pieces. If I was looking at this from above, I don't even have to be looking at it from above. Whatever degree this is. It looks complicated. It looks like it makes no sense. Because in and of itself, it's a circle of life that leads those who intentions that are watching you in both good and envious ways. Not good's not the right word either. Excitable. Like they're excited to see you navigate and build this because you've tried different things, and where like in a labyrinth of sorts of the sacred mountain, somebody might, this takes me to a dead end or a cul-de-sac. But I think that's the difference. Somebody might see it as a dead end. I got to go back. And you're like, this is a cul-de-sac. I can like stay here. I can do a little something, have this experience and then move on. And you're finding this way to like the top of your sacred mountain, whatever that is. There's different elevations, experiences, the clouds of your consciousness. And spirit is with you. I'm seeing them like bounce a ball as well. Like they're having fun. Pisces are having fun. I'm also seeing a skunk tail. I'm going to close out with that. I'm also seeing a skunk tail, which signifies for me like boundaries. And again, that pig's nose, like sniffing things out. You don't need to be dangerous in a typical way. Like the skunk, their biggest thing is affecting other people's senses, right?
Stroke.
Maybe that has some inspiration for you. Sometimes it doesn't need to be vicious in holding your boundaries. But anyway, you know what I mean. Pisces, I will see you next time for your June ink blot. It's been an honor. Thank you for scrying with me. And until then.